Hello, back again for some more chatting with existence, and this time I'd like to introduce some visual aid that I made from my reading of the Urantia book and understanding its layout of existence and different universes it describes as central, divine, and evolutionary, what have you, the outer space levels and infinity. I'll get right to it and turn this camera around. You can see what's going on. So we have out here big area, and I have to break it down. I guess we'll just go right into paradise here. So you have basically this Isle of Paradise, the Isle of Light, it goes by different names. It's the most gigantic mass out there. The biggest creation that God made is going to be bigger than everything else surrounding it. So this is how I picture it, even bigger than that, and the rings are even smaller. But you only fit so much on this paper. It's 4 feet, and I'll zoom out a little bit more. But basically, what I got here is the first source and center, volitional absolute. Second source and center, like the personality absolute, your spiritual administrator. Third source and center, conjoint actor. They go by different names and different understandings. Father has many names, but you also have different circuits of gravity. There's material gravity circuit that's controlled by the gigantic mass of paradise, which is the perfect pattern of non-personal makeup of God, or perfect pattern that's also existed as long as never beginning, never ending, right there. Kind of zoom in. You also have the Universal Father here and some different understandings of it, with eternal Sun, the original Sun, having the spiritual gravity center, and basically surrounding on one of these lines here is the second one, of course, will be basically 7 spheres of luminosity. It's luminous spheres that highlight of everything. Then the infinite spirit is the mind bestowal, so it's got the mind gravity, and of course this is a bird's eye view, so it's gonna be hard to quite grasp everything in a spherical sense or even elliptical. In the book it describes the Isle of Paradise or Isle of Light being elliptical, almost a sixth longer than it is wide, north-south direction. And kind of zoom out, you kind of see the different super universes. They're not in this shape, of course. They're not in sectors. They're basically one gigantic wheel of super universes, the evolutionary ones, and found these different names. They have them, and the master spirits that actually coordinate and help oversee the administrations of everything that's going on, and so much more that I don't have in my mind right now, or it's in the book, and whatever else probably it's unrevealed to us. But you also got these. They describe upper paradise to an extreme, and even another paradise, and I'll get to that and draw some of that, and that's pretty cool too. But these 7 sacred spheres, each main paradise deity, or a paradise residence, I like to call them, have their 7 spheres around the little 3 circuits surrounding paradise, and they go in everything in the central universe goes in a clockwise fashion. I might have stuff wrong for sure, and messed up stuff. It's not perfect, and my buddy was giving me a joking time, funny, because I was like, it's not drawn to scale. He thought that was funny, which is really funny. But of course, that's just what I picture in my mind. And these dark space bodies they're actually dark gravity bodies. they're what separate the central universe from the evolutionary or the seven super universes. And currently we are supposed to be down in this located this seventh one, in which we are the master spirit that is created by the Father, Son, and Spirit. So all three personalities partook in this master spirit's basically being or origination or whatever you want to call their coming into being and existence. And not real exactly sure when they came in, but I don't think they are always been and always were, always will be. They maybe I'd have to check that out, but uh, and these dark gravity bodies have way different view if you look from a different angle, and we'll get in that. I'm not quite sure how I can picture that one. It's kind of tough, but so you have Super Universe 1, and they've got names I found online for it. These I didn't find in the Ranchu book, but correlate so well I put them in here, and imagine they're pretty accurate. But of course, a lot of stuff you have to take on faith, and I don't think really names matter, but they might argue that. I don't know. I like to know stuff, and the more I comprehend, the more it sets in, and it just feels closer, and it's definitely taken over my life in a way better aspect and perception. And so number 2 here, you see it, and of course it's drawn out here. You might see this pencil line I've got drawn, and there's this buffer zone. Basically, also I haven't quite colored in or whatnot. But then these super universes goes in the opposite direction, and there's different directions as dark gravity body. Sorry. So and it kind of they have anti-gravity and other forces out there, and so you can get a little better view here all together. It's video camera doesn't quite give me what I want, but you can kind of tell it's pretty large, and it's 4 feet piece of paper I've got out here. But go on over here to the 3rd and 4th and 5th, and it'd be cool to have these all filled in with like actual little galaxies or whatever. But this is just something I've drawn the last few days, and kind of shared with a cousin of mine, and I plan to share this with people because I like visual aids, and they sure help me more. And definitely no, it's not accurate, it's not perfect. It's also got written in here the different number of spheres, and kind of just did the simple math, and beginning one has 35 million worlds, and then it goes 35 million more each one, so 70, and then on down to 245 million in the end, and that should equal a billion. Yeah, I did the math. So next time I plan on having more drawings, and can actually see from different angles, and might take a few days, but see about posting something so we can see the Nether Paradise and some of its actions. And also on this same piece of paper, it's 50 feet long. We can maybe take a sneak peek here at this timeline I got, also to help clarify and show a visual aid. And definitely here, let me just pause this. Alright, so we're back on here, and so you can see I've written down all these different personalities of the grand universe, and got this scroll and timeline going here. Hang on a second, dang